podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome to episode 360 of Film Bastards. I am one of your co-hosts, Mark Foster, and as ever, I am joined by...
Becky Foster, hello everyone.
And I'm also joined by...
Ian Loring, hello.
And we are also joined by... Somebody needs to say something.
Didn't discuss the order.
Jordan McGrath.
Jordan McGrath and...
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure being on. I was Andrew Jones.
What are we covering this week? Well, it's here. It arrived. Cinema is back. We've all been to the cinema before, apart from Andrew. But cinema is properly back because a biggie has come out. It's finally happened. Tenet has happened. So we're going to cover that.
Andrew, is this your first visit back to the cinema?
Yes, it was.
Ooh, how did you find it?
Scary until I got there.
There
Yeah,
you go.
it's not as bad when you get there, is it?
No. You're locked away, and they close the door, and they warn you they're going to put in coronavirus gas at some point during the film. It was actually quite exciting.
Oh dear.
Oh, no, you cut across my entry. You can carry on.
No, it's just asking about I'm going to the cinema.
What else we got? We got trailers. There's actually been some because there was the DC...
Fandom!
What's it called, Fandom? Because I was about to call it...
Fandom! Welcome to the Fandom!
Thunderdome.
Yeah, Fandom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought in my brain, I thought, no, I've made that up.
I mean, you do that.
Seven may enter,
Fine.
4 may leave.
So yeah, there has been trailer bits. Well,
Fandom!
I'm loving the energy here. Yeah, so fuck it, let's get in. Ian, has there been any news?
Fandom!
There's been Fandom news.
Nah, not really. Well, the King's Man just got pushed back to February next year because Disney believe that the only bit of their content worth releasing in cinemas this year is the New Mutants. Well done them. Fucking apparently in less than 48 hours I would have seen that film and I still don't believe it. So
Cineworld York don't either on their app.
I saw you tweeted them, didn't you?
I did.
Cineworld app basically told us to delete the internet to see if that'll work.
Fucking ridiculous.
And when I sent them a literal video of it not there, they were like, "Oh, we'll have to look into this then." Like, you just fucking said it's there and it's not.
You jumped into my conversation with Cineworld like you didn't trust me to get it across clearly enough.
No, I just fuck you.
Look, it's not there, Cineworld.
I sent them a video.
You did send them a video.
I'm angry about the fact they tried to claim that it was there. It wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, "Oh, try deleting the app and reinstalling it." I was like, "Oh, fuck's sake!" But then I have to log in again.
More shit I've got to do.
So, but I did it, and it still fucking wasn't there. Liars.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure the BBFC title card is going to come up, and then inversion's going to happen.
No, I'm telling you, title card's going to come up. There's going to be a big flash of a poster, and then it's just going to be X-Men 3 playing.
Do you reckon?
I'm just going to hope nobody notices.
I'm
Ben
awfully
Foster,
excited
yay.
for news just because of the anticipation that there's been and the ride to this point, the journey. I'm invested, and I don't even like anyone that's
It's going to be the most 6 out of 10 thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, anticipation.
Just because they've dragged it out for so long. Like, I want it because they've kept it from me for so long.
It's Chinese Democracy, the movie.
I mean, to be fair, it got to the point where their Comic-Con thing literally said, "Coming to cinemas, we hope." So,
Question mark 0, question mark 1.
Well, I mean, we'll get to that, absolutely. Yes. But yeah, I mean, the King's Man moved. Disney seem very skittish still, and yeah, basically it's all going to be all Netflix films and Bill and Ted Face the VPN, as someone on my Twitter called it earlier on.
Did you get a new trailer for King's Man before Tenet?
But we'll do the trailer chat with the system.
I know, but you always forget about the ones you've actually seen in cinemas. You just
It wasn't.
I don't think it was a new trailer.
No, I've seen it before. That
Oh,
one.
it was new to me. I haven't
It was just a longer trailer with different bits. I think it was maybe the second one.
I mean, what's everyone's thoughts? Because it just looks awful.
I don't know why Gemma Arterton has to do a northern accent. That
No.
seems wrong.
Because she's kind of ticking a tick box of one of my kinks. I don't know.
Yeah, but she's got such a great normal accent. Just have her do that if she wants, or
She's
hire
very
a northern lass.
Very salt of the earth, though, isn't she? And she's
I think it's because she's got a clipped accent and they want her to be the plucky.
the common one.
The common one, yeah.
So she's got a northern accent.
It is literally. It looks like a public schoolboy's masturbatorium dream.
And what
But in saying that, I hated the trailer for the first two movies and liked the movies.
is it one of them that he ends up getting anal off some woman in a prison cell?
Yes.
I mean,
That's
that's
Gemma
not,
Arterton's
Is
role.
it?
that's not aged well.
It's not very
that.
Disney.
No.
I mean, it was consensual.
I mean, it's a bit fucking crass, though, isn't it?
If you save the world, we can do it in the bum.
Yeah, I
Great line.
was with that.
It's just a bit, I don't know.
What?
It just
You think prude?
doesn't feel right in the movie.
Just feel right in real life.
Oh, dear.
What are your thoughts on that, Bex? Sorry.
No comment.
Tenet. This is the Tenet episode. Everyone's going to
Yeah.
be listening.
Nobody's going to be fucking listening. Nobody bloody listened to the episode last week, according to our analytics. I'm not bitter at all.
I listened to your episode.
Yes, you did, and I think Jord did. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And Rob was brilliant. I enjoyed talking to him.
Yeah,
So,
Get him again.
yeah, too right. Anyway, what else happened? Sorry?
Is there any more news, or are we on to trailers?
PTA's shooting a film where Bradley Cooper looks like a sex pest.
Yeah.
I
I am very down for whatever this is going to be.
Indeed. I don't know. Fandom.
Sorry, what?
Fandom. Yeah.
Fandom!
Appreciate
The
it.
trailers. We got trailers, didn't we? Trailers
From
aplenty.
Fandom.
Yeah, we did.
Wonder Woman 84 is a fucking swing.
Yes.
The Cheetah Woman. I'm kind of up for Kristen Wiig being all fucking Poison Ivy-y.
Yeah.
But I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna be able to come now that I know that she's a cheater.
Really?
I mean, did they
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen Cats like 50
they
times.
go full cheater.
I mean, yeah, she turns into a full cheat. I mean, the thing is about Cats is I've come so many times over that film that the only way I can maintain an erection now is while having sex. I imagine Ray Winstone talking about how he's the terror of the Thames.
But don't you want to watch a film which basically shows the gradual evolution of how someone becomes Cats? It's like going in the background. It's like watching cats grow up. No, I just realised that's creepy.
Yeah, no, I'm not into it. I mean, the film looks all right. It looks like the third act's going to be a fucking trash fire, but
But everyone loved the first movie, and the third act of that was trash fire.
Do you know
but
what?
that's viewless.
This film kind of had me since there's that shot in the trailer where she shrugs off those gold wings and she looks really fucking cool doing it, and it's had me since that point, so I'm on board. And then in this trailer, it's got the best Chris, according to you,
Chris.
doing
100%.
like an 80s fashion show
It's
situation.
doing a Pretty Woman, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm fine.
I might just get up and leave after that bit.
Just after that bit,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to wait like 5 minutes to let yourself subside.
Oh yeah, come on.
I would literally, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go now. It's peaked.
Yeah.
It's peaked, yeah.
Like,
No,
let Ivana go down and then leave.
No,
It
I'm
might
not.
happen. No,
Yeah.
man, just pretend you're a hunchback.
No, I'm gonna walk crotch out.
You're just like
Yeah.
thrusting forward.
Just go forward, walking like that. Crotch out, just singing He's the Best Chris.
Just pointing at the screen going, best Chris!
Best Chris! You can't do this, Hemsworth.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Kiki, no, you're done.
But
You're
yeah,
done.
so what?
All right.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 84. Is everyone up for it?
Yeah, I am.
Fuck it, why not?
I didn't even like the first one, and I'm up for this one, so.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm really up for this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be ballsy and weird.
Theatre action as well.
I know. It looks messy as fuck. It looks mental, but I'm kind of like, do you know what? Why not?
And it looks like she has like a bit of a Catwoman situation going on where she goes from like plain Jane to wearing like really slutty clothes in between, like when she's the cheater, but like not when she's an actual furry cheater.
Yeah.
That she just has this whole like, fuck it, kind of, I'm going to embrace my personiness situation.
Apex
I
predator.
hope it's a gradual thing and just like she just has like for random, she walks around with one paw. One fucking paw arm.
I'm thinking she's not like a fluffy cheater all the time. I'm thinking maybe it like.
Third act.
Third act, she becomes full.
But
And
But then is it all the time? Like, she
unreversible.
can't turn it off.
Oh, it's like Beast.
It's like proper beast.
I hope it's like a mix.
She's just eating a cereal and
Eating
suddenly she turns into a
Eating a cereal, all of a sudden it just goes, and the head's like, oh, fuck yeah.
Thundercats, they had human bodies
Just
and
fucking
like
just
animal heads.
flicks out all the fucking Cheerios out of it and just fucking goes to town on that milk.
Pushes a ball off. Pretty cat.
Fucking Cheerios, fuck off.
It's weird that film's been ready for basically a year now, though, right?
Yeah, because it wasn't it. It was supposed
like
to come out
October?
the tail end of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then it was moved to early this year and then summer, because why not at that point?
Yeah.
That
And
worked.
then again. It'll be interesting though, because I think a lot of whether they actually stick with the October release date is going to do with how Tenet does and how the world does over the next few weeks, because it's like cases are fucking increasing everywhere, but if governments don't close cinemas, then maybe Warner just fucking go with it.
Well, I'm just worried I don't want it to have too many dated references.
That's very good.
Thank you.
We got a Suicide Squad teaser of sorts, which was just a load of names.
This has all the people in
It
it.
has a lot of people in it, yeah. It does.
King Shark is my new best friend.
Oh, that's sweet.
I reckon about halfway through that they just started just fucking making up characters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is fucking Dotface man.
I'm a big fan of Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah. This is Tim the Jellyfish.
Yeah.
Just fucking any names. You could have snuck a name in there, couldn't they?
They could, yeah.
Yeah.
Flat
Washing
wafter.
machine repair man.
This is Gary. Just Gary.
I mean, there must be someone called Gary in the DC
Why is that not
universe.
anymore? Apparently Gary. It's the fastest decreasing name in Britain.
Are Gary's going extinct?
Gary's are going extinct, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
About Gazes.
I mean, if Gary's are gone, Gary's are gone.
I know, but like I feel like there's some people out there that would just like legally name their child Gaz. Certain type.
But apparently Dua is becoming an increasingly popular
Yeah.
girl's name, I read this morning.
Christ, that's depressing, isn't it?
I will guarantee you that 90% of that is in Liverpool. She's a very popular in Liverpool.
Is she?
Yes.
Yeah, Suicide Squad doesn't give you much, does it?
No,
Jai Courtney's back.
it doesn't.
What mod do you want?
Yeah.
I am very much up for the return of Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is.
Is Jordan still awake?
I'm sorry, I'm very low energy. I'm
God.
still relatively pissed.
As in drunk or annoyed?
Oh, annoyed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have a sugary drink. I'll cheer you
I
right up.
should.
Fine, I'll get you a sugary drink.
Zero sugar, actually. It's Pepsi Max.
the
What else
flavour.
we got? What other trailers we got?
Snyder Cut. Hallelujah.
He really likes that.
Oh,
Hallelujah
he
stuff,
really
doesn't
has a penchant for that thing, doesn't he?
It's like he really fucking likes it.
I think this. I've got a feeling the Snyder Cut's going to go so wrong.
Why? What could cause that?
No, but I mean, just that fucking tweet that he put out as well, where
It's a film for grown-ups.
he was just like, my film's for grown-ups, and like it's a different demographic. It's like, Jesus wept. And that whole situation is fascinating. That the whole, like, I haven't used a single frame of Joss Whedon's one, blah blah blah. It's like he got kicked off the project, but legitimately, didn't he agree to leave because his daughter just committed suicide?
He couldn't continue finishing the project because, his family had a horrible tragedy.
And now it's so.
And now
weird.
he's actually so indignant about things, and it's like, it was tough. It was a horrible thing to happen. Yeah.
But I mean, like,
he released him from his contract because he had something shit go on, and now he's been.
It all seems to be, I think this is just, he's really angry with Joss Whedon. He just doesn't, this is Zack Snyder fucking hates Joss Whedon, and that is why we have the Snyder Cut.
You'd have to be a dick about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
graceful winner.
I'm fine with him being a dick about Joss Whedon.
Fair.
I'm all for it.
No, but I mean, like,
it gets a star just for that. If it's a 5-star movie, it's getting 6 because he hates Joss Whedon.
I feel like it's probably not going to be a 5-star.
Yeah,
No,
that's good luck.
I don't think you'll have that problem.
No, it'll be a nice problem to have.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, you never go into a movie hoping it's shit, do you? But I do have concerns.
well, is this actually a movie, considering it's going to be 4 1-hour parts?
Really, doing it 1 hour.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
It's,
That's television.
It's like a mini series, that, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys can't watch it then.
I'll watch it in one block.
You're not allowed.
I'm gonna.
You're not allowed.
I'm gonna.
You're not allowed.
I'll
That's
recut it.
that's been
You'll have to recut the
I'll
credits out.
recut it and cut the mark cut.
the mark cut.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to see it because you're a snob about TV.
You're still in the Film Bastards chat earlier on. There was a bit of a chat which Becky didn't react very well to, and I think she's still annoyed about it because Mark and I got a bit fucking shitty about TV, didn't we, Becky?
I mean, a little bit, yeah. You called it the haunting of blah blah blah. It didn't sit very well. But you know, if you want to restrict yourself to not watching premium TV shows that are actually really, really good.
Yeah, literally, that is exactly what I want to do.
Well, fuckers, but you're gonna miss work by filmmakers using different media
I don't want
that you really like for no fucking reason.
Because I have to sit there for hours. It's just boring.
It is.
I tried with Haunting of Hill House.
You didn't try very hard. You watched like one episode.
I watched 3 episodes. And
no, you didn't actually. You watched 2 episodes because you watched the establishing episode and you watched the Shirley episode, and then you hated Shirley, so you wouldn't watch the rest.
I watched
of
the
it.
3rd episode.
You did not.
I did. I watched 8 minutes of it, then I fell asleep.
You fucking whatever.
Literally there.
That's not watching the 3rd
Fall
episode.
asleep, Mark. Fall asleep.
Oh, you're a dickhead.
So we tried to watch that Stranger Things thing, and it was fucking awful.
Right, that's fine. I get it with that, but this like. Mike Flanagan is a director that you like. It's in a genre that you like. You just purely won't watch it because you're being a snob.
Do you know what I could do instead? I could watch all Mike Flanagan's movies in the same amount of time it would take me to watch that series.
That's fine, but you still won't have watched that series, so you still won't have got that element of his work, will you?
I'll watch some good movies though.
You're insufferable.
My daughter's Sleep Now, it's got that sweet jam on it.
Have you seen that already?
I know, I could watch it again.
Right, but you can still watch that again as well. It's not either or.
It is.
You're such a dickhead. Why are you such a dickhead?
I don't know why you care so much. I'm going to watch Chris Farley movies upstairs.
Well, partly that. Infecting my house.
I'm looking forward to my Chris Farley film.
I'm not making you anything nice for dinner tonight.
Not very nice. Black Adam.
Well, it wasn't exactly a fucking trailer, was it?
No.
It was The Rock basically going, here's another one of my black brands, which I'm really pumped to bring out and, drink my water, drink my tequila, and I've got a new line of training gear coming out next week. Black Adam, yeah, whatever.
Don't you
Isn't he
think?
doing some investment thing as well? I saw an advert on Twitter the other day and I was like, what?
Yeah,
What?
Acorns something or other. It's like some financial institution he's getting involved in. He's just bought the fucking XFL like in some sort of football league in America. It just every single fucking thing that Dwayne Johnson does now just feels like this is another extension of my brand.
It feels really calculated and
it puts me right off. I'll be on, like, it really does. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like him and stuff, and I liked Hobbs and Shaw and whatnot, but it's just I'm not particularly interested in watching Dwayne Johnson be a fucking superhero.
No.
It seems like the moment's passed a little bit for that. Like, Hobbs is kind of a superhero. It did look like the opening of like a early noughties DVD menu.
Yeah, it's fair shout. But I mean, I don't think has a director even been announced for this fucking thing yet? It's like what exactly was it? It was just, hey, you all know I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Was that not it?
It basically was, yeah. It was like, this Black Adam thing that we've been talking about for ages. Yeah, it's finally happening. I'm doing it.
Jean-Colette Serra seems to be involved, so obviously he's working happily with him after Country
Cruise.
with whatever Jungle Cruise, that's the one. Tom Cruise.
I mean, Tom Cruise is a superhero. That's something I wouldn't mind seeing.
He already is.
Even though, to be fair, Ethan Hunt basically is a superhero.
Yeah.
So, was there any? I mean, like from a video game side, Gotham Knights looks pretty good. The Suicide Squad thing's too far out to really know. And yeah, the Batman. Should we talk about Batman?
The Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah.
He is,
Batman.
Wet Lips has said that he is the Batman. No one has said he's the Batman in this.
No, because they're stupid.
They are, but there was an awful lot of punching.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson's a bit of a scary, terrifying monster.
He's a bit of a brawler, isn't he?
Yeah. Bit of a lad.
It's a really, really fucking good trailer.
I was saying to Mark after we watched it, like, what I really like is, I was thinking when we were watching the Nolan Batmans, and like he wears like the cowl, but then his eyes are kind of black behind it, but you never see him putting on or taking off his like black makeup behind the cowl, whereas or with it just on and not the cowl, and you're doing this, and I feel like that's quite nice.
Yeah,
like,
it's nice to get in
the man behind the cowl.
We're getting the My Chemical Batman.
Yeah. Colin Farrell in it.
Right? What the hell?
Have they just slapped Play-Doh all over him and just called it a win? Like, he's unrecognisable.
I genuinely didn't know that was Colin Farrell. And people, I saw all these things about it, and I was like, why do they keep putting that picture up and saying about Colin Farrell? And it wasn't until I actually properly read something, I went, oh wait, that is Colin Farrell. Fucking hell.
I love all the was it Richard Kind?
Yeah,
all the those kind of comparisons that are going around, and they did the Richard Kind, and it's a picture of him, and then Richard Mean, and it's a picture of Oswald Cobblepot. I enjoyed that.
Come on, Batman, let's go and kill someone.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's only like 30% of the movie actually shot so far.
Yeah. I'd say they're keen, and especially more keen having seen how good he is in Tenet, which we'll get to.
Yeah. Is that it for trailers?
George, what did you think of the Batman?
To be honest, I watched it whilst at the gym on my phone, so therefore I didn't really see much of it. He looks alright. I don't know. I'm very, very low energy.
George, we're not. If you want to drop off, mate, you're welcome to. Like it.
I think I might.
I don't want to. We don't want to force you to be on, dude. It's all good.
No. I look forward to being on, but it's just like all that crap just happened before, and I'm just. It's not a thing. I'm just pissed off at myself.
Oh,
it's the worst kind
That's bad,
That's all right. No worries, guys. Either
Oh,
way, my thing to Tenet was very, 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 very good.
Ah, good. Glad you liked it, John.
See you later.
All right, mate. Take care.
Speak to you later on, John.
Bye, John.
Hope your day gets better.
Yeah, see you, man.
Oh, John.
Just to confirm, if anybody's worried, George just had an unfortunate incident today. He's fine, nothing like medically wrong or anything like that. Just in case anybody's worried, he's just had a bad day.
He's taken one down.
Um,
Just sing a sad song and turn it around.
Would it be inappropriate to get in the car and just drive up and give him a hug? I feel like he needs a hug.
Send him a virtual hug.
I don't have his number. And I'm in your boy chat.
No, that's okay.
But no, I mean, but thank you to George for making the effort to come on anyway, even though bless him, he obviously wasn't in the right frame of mind to talk films.
But we will have him back on for something very shortly.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
And if you want to see more of Jord, we are a Pod Syndicate podcast, and you can go listen to Jord, because his film Her Movie released a new episode last week. They're back.
They're back.
Back in the game.
Did they do Priscilla?
Yes, they
I
did.
fucking love to watch that again. I love Priscilla Queen of the
I
Desert.
think that's coming back out, or there's a cinematic release later on this year. November, I believe.
Snap. Gonna go for
that. The Ammonite trailer, Ian, as you have
that.
coined, what is it? Portrait of a Winslet on Ronan,
Yeah.
which is just magnificent and what it should have been called.
Thank you.
I chuckled a lot at that. Like it was a good 2 or 3 looker at it to keep chuckling.
Thank you, sir. I mean, yeah, it's this has also been announced as the closing night film of LFF, I believe. So it's going to be
scary note then.
well, sure, quite. So it's also going to be screening in like cinemas across the UK on like the same night. I believe it doesn't come out here until like early 2021, so that'll be that'll be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, even though it is Portrait of a Winslet on Ronan. I'm a little bit worried that maybe Portrait of a Lady on Fire has kind of stolen its thunder a little bit, but I'm up for Winslet eating the fuck out of Ronan. That's fine.
It looks incredibly dull.
I just feel like we've already seen this film done probably better.
Yeah.
It does look very similar.
It does.
And I don't like whatever her name is, Ronan.
That's right.
That's it.
Well, what's wrong with Saoirse Ronan?
I don't like her.
What's she done to you?
I just don't like her. I don't like her energy.
It's like me with Reese Witherspoon.
No, you don't like her chin.
Okay, that was
I have
very
no
direct.
tangible reason for this. Her cold, dead, icy blue eyes probably don't help.
That's her key thing, is she's got these weird eyes.
Yeah. I'm not feeling it.
Okay, but if she was like playing a serial killer, if she and Stanley Tucci swapped roles in The Lovely Bones, would you be okay with that?
That actually might be why I don't like her. Actually, yeah, The Lovely Bones might be why I don't like her.
I haven't seen The Lovely Bones.
It's
You're fine?
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to this point without seeing The Lovely Bones. I think I'm all right.
It's unequivocally shit. If you've read the book, it's offensively shit.
I'm stealing this from the Blank Check podcast, but it's true. Or no, it's either. Yeah, I think it was. Like when Stanley Tucci got nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. Yes. When it cuts back to him, he looks so fucking embarrassed.
Yeah, that's on their Reddit. You can see the gif of that. It's quite something.
It's amazing. Yeah, Lovely Bones. What a piece of shit.
Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, thinking back, Atonement probably started it because her character's a piece of shit in that film. But yeah, Lovely Bones sealed it. That's why. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I will just never forgive her for The Lovely Bones.
I mean, I said fair enough. It's probably not fair enough.
Don't give a shit.
But that's fine. I
have had less good reasons.
I have plenty of hills that I will die on that are a lot smaller than that.
Yeah, that's true.
So yes, so fuck it. What that's it. Trailers done. Yeah. Fuck off trailers.
Fuck off trailers.
Dickhead.
One thing I will
Back
say,
in the
just trailers related, but not. Well, I'm definitely not a new trailer. No Time to Die. I would have thought they'd have put together a new fucking trailer.
No, they don't.
For showing in
No,
front of
they
Tenet.
don't give a shit until that movie comes out. Now that's it. They're done. It's ready to go.
Yeah, they locked all their marketing
Yep.
back in March. It's like, that's it. We've completed our job.
It is. It literally. It is that. It is. We're not doing anything else until the movie comes out, and then we'll release it if we feel you deserve it.
Oh, sorry, Bex, go on.
I was just going to say, it's just unfortunate because it comes on, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, not this again. Whereas before, obviously, it's like, ooh, Bond trailer. Now it's like, I've seen this 500 fucking times already.
It's like
That's kind of the job of a Bond trailer, though, isn't it? Just to make you go like, oh, it's still here. Come on.
It's one of those.
That's a whole Bond franchise.
It's literally though. It will be almost like a year by the time that film comes out since the trailer was started showing.
I feel like the purpose of a trailer is to make you want to see the film. It is actively making me want to see it less every time I see it now. I'm still kind of looking forward to it.
I mean, who fucking knows how long we'll see that trailer for? That'll probably get pushed at some point.
Yeah.
I feel like just pull the trailer for a little while then.
No, because they've got nothing else.
They've got to put it in front of Tenet because it's the only film people are coming back to the cinema for.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It's like the King's Man trailer played yesterday, and then they fucking pushed that back. You know what I mean?
I didn't hear about the King's Man being pushed back until about 20 minutes ago.
Same.
We got a trailer for Bill and Ted, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Really?
Yeah. Before Tenet, to make the full trailer for it.
Is that's cinematic release, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, end of September.
Like the end of September, and it's out in the US on VOD.
A couple hours time.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'd rather wait and see it in the cinema.
Mark's a strong no comment on that one.
Yeah.
Cover it next week, I think.
Oh, okay. I'll just, yeah.
VPN the shit out of it.
Bill and Ted and the New Mutants.
Oh, of course, yeah, New Mutants doing that, are we?
Yeah.
Exactly, I forgot that.
With 5 years younger than she is now, Maisie Williams, Anya Taylor-Joy. It's just been around for so long. They're gonna watch it and go, oh, it looks so young.
I think I read something that one of the guys in it has got married and had a kid that's had its first birthday since he last. What is it? I'm sure I read that. It's one of the cast met his wife, got married, and has had a kid that's had its first birthday since he finished shooting his scenes.
Wow. 5 release date shifts. That's crazy. April 2018 it was going to come out.
I literally. There's part of me that hopes that it is just an absolute fucking trash fire.
Oh, wait, I mean, it looks kind of crap, let's be honest.
I think it's going to be the most middlingly empty experience.
Yeah. What I don't want is to come out and go, it's fine. I either want it to be, that was actually really quite good, or I want to come out and go, that was a piece of shit, I can see why they kept delaying it.
But it'll be a New York Winter's Tale. It's like, did you see what the hell that was?
I want it to be like that bad that literally the screen just goes white for about 35 seconds, and it's just they forgot to put a scene in.
So like,
why white?
Judi Dench as a cat with real hands bad.
Worse. I want it to be worse than that.
Right. Okay.
I want it to be one of the scenes. You could just see the green screen behind it.
It's literally just green.
Yeah, it's just green.
You can see them
screen.
with like the bubbles on themselves.
Yeah, it's just all of that.
What if it is just The Room, but a Disney version, or an X-Men version? It's characters walking in, walking out, the graphics are awful, nothing makes sense, storylines come and go, and people are awful at acting in it.
Fucking Tyler Durden just fucking splices a dick in the middle of it. Just all of that. That is my 5-star movie. I want the title cards to be hand drawn by somebody, literally as it's happening.
the 20th Century Fox logo to just be like somebody just humming.
The fact that it's still the 20th Century Fox logo as well will tell you something.
Well, yeah, right,
I want somebody to walk out of a room, and then when they walk back in, it be a completely different actor, and then the next scene, it's the same actor.
Oh, and of course, Ian's covering the new Andre Rieu.
Ian is currently the new Andre Rieu because he's his boy.
Because there's a new one.
Isn't it? Well, is it a new one, or is it just a recast of the one that they were supposed to put on, and then?
No, this is Magical Maastricht together in music. This is a different one.
It's a new one.
God, I tell you what, Bex, like it's all that shit just turns me on so much. Like, just keep on talking to me about Andre Rieu, and it's just gonna set me off. Like,
when you go, just to clarify, you are still going in full costume, yeah, with a violin.
oh, absolutely.
Amazing.
Oh, you're going to perform with them?
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
No, I'm actually in it.
Wow, congratulations. This is news.
No,
Where was this at the top of the hour?
he's locked in Lottie's cupboard as we speak.
Is he pulling that face?
Well, Andre Rieu, yeah,
Can
absolutely.
you imagine that? Fucking opens the cupboard and there's just Andrew Rieu just fucking there. And the violin going, I'm here to fiddle you!
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I'm not fiving that. I feel like he'd be offended by that.
My hands up virtually through you.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. You showing a bit of a cry laugh in the corner. Oh, dearie me.
Shows that I'm most good at Astros.
I mean, I think we can probably pinpoint that, can't we?
Oh, dear.
So, Tenet.
That was a review of Tenet.
It's directed by Chris Nolan, also written by Chris Nolan. Stars John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki, Michael Caine, Kenneth Branagh, and people.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
I didn't realise
he
that
crops
was
up.
him.
No, you didn't, did you?
No.
No.
Which, by the way,
Kind of hinged now, isn't he?
He's
Too
a
weird.
big gentleman, yes.
Yeah.
In all that.
big fan of him being such a mystery character and not being in the marketing, and then he's just like a soldier who kind of helps him out.
Yeah. Like, literally, you're there thinking, Martin Donovan as well. You're there thinking he's going to be like the main bad guy, because of course he is going to be, no, just random soldier.
Hamish Patel from yesterday.
So, what's the story?
Indeed.
The protagonist, played by John W. Washington. And remember, guys, I know we say it all the time, but we are all spoilers all of the time. So if
this is a film you don't want spoilers.
If you're still listening to this and you haven't seen Tenet yet, that's an interesting move. Good luck to you.
yeah, it's if you don't want it spoiled, then do not listen beyond this point. Just fast forward and then come back to it once you've seen it.
I know, but how would they know when we're done?
What?
How would they know when we're done? They might fast forward and go, oh yeah, it must be safe now, and then go into it and get the biggest spoiler, and then they'll be like, with their arms over their head and everything. So I think what I'm saying is it's safer to just watch the film and then come back for the whole show.
No, skip forward.
No.
Yeah, well, no.
Skip forward about 25 minutes and 23 seconds.
About that, yeah.
Oh, God. Put us under some pressure.
Yeah. And then you'll hear a big spoiler and then get angry with us. Andrew suggested that. Yes, so John W. Washington plays the protagonist. Literally plays the protagonist. Who is a CIA agent who is... I'm trying to fucking think of how you actually synopsize this. Essentially, this time inversion, bad guys, Kenneth Branagh.
You got time travel?
Do you want me to explain it to you a little bit?
Yes.
Oh! What happened is my computer just smashed everywhere. Boom. Hi.
What the fuck?
I just hit my computer with my knee and everything just went flying. It's all good. Everything just went back on the table again because my table is an inversion table, but my knee is a regular knee, so they all met at the wrong times.
Right.
Right. John David Washington is the protagonist. He is a man of special training and complete commitment. He is sent to explore inversion materials because there is something that has happened / will happen, depending on how you perceive time, based around one person who may or may not have nuclear materials, or worse, about to create something absolutely horrible, a nuclear apocalypse, or worse, in the past future. He has to team up with some various people, including Robert Pattinson, a mystery man, to find out what's going on, to fall kind of in love with the wife of said evil megalomaniac, and maybe stop them, maybe have already stopped them. Tenet!
What do you think of it, Andrew?
It was good to go to the cinema. It's a shame about the movie.
Oh dear.
I recently had the ability to rewatch Miami Vice, Michael Mann's wonderful masterpiece, and obviously have just, gone crazy with it. I've written an essay about the beauty and wonder of it. So watching the first hour of this film was concerning, because what has happened here is this is Nolan's Miami Vice for the first hour. It's two people doing their job, getting so deep undercover and falling for someone. They steal things to make attention for the bad guys, so they can get deeper in with the bad guys, they can learn out what they're doing and see if they can collude and work out and dig deeper and eventually foil their plans. And then an hour and a bit into it, it goes, oh, actually, I want to do Deja Vu, the Tony Scott film, which is an even weirder thing to do at that point, where you've been watching someone for so long, but you can't really change anything about what's happened to them, and then they decide, actually no, I've got a machine that can do that, I'm going to do that, and thus inversion happens, and it's all meant to be really exciting. You know what's not really exciting? When you walk into a room and you see bodies and bullets on the wall, and you say, what happened here? Nothing yet. And then an action scene takes place, because you know what happens at the end of the action scene? Someone walks out of the room, because you've already seen the action scene's end result at the start of the scene. So nothing is at stake, even when they discover the idea of a grandfather paradox, and the fact that maybe you change time, and maybe the universe you're in will thus slip into a multiverse based on your decision making, or maybe it's just one singular verse, which means you just scrub everything entirely. But they don't do anything with it, because nothing matters. Everything's already done. End of days? Tenet. Fucking
Ian, what do you think?
So I already know what Mark and Becky think of it. So I think it's maybe fair to say that I'm probably going to be the middle on this one, which I don't think I usually am. So it's an interesting place to be. I was really, really, really into portions of this film. But I kind of think Christopher Nolan may be partially deaf and isn't telling anybody.
That was my one complaint.
So I had to sit in the front row in a Limax screen. And Donna said at the start of the film, I thought we were in a 4DX screen because the bass was so much that it was fucking vibrating the chair. And it's overwhelming, which is maybe the point, but to the point that sequence on the train line could not hear a fucking word anyone was saying.
Yeah.
Not a word. And by the end of the film, you know why the Oslo sequence is important. But now I feel like I have to watch it again just so I can watch that scene, not necessarily concentrate on what's happening, but try to fucking listen to the dialogue. So there's that. And it happened, there's multiple sequences where I just wasn't getting what the fuck they were saying. And other people have said that, so I don't think that's just me. I'll also say that I think the action in the first two acts is great. And to be fair, the first 2 hours fucking flew by. But I was really, really disappointed with the end action sequence where, the reverse time buildings exploding and rubble and all that stuff I thought was decent. But I don't know. It's like red team do this, blue team do this, shooty. It wasn't, for me, not very engaging. I would take the action of Inception over that any day of the week. However, car chase, incredible. Cast were great. Really fucking liked Debicki's character. I think that people who have had problems with Nolan's treatment of female characters in the past, they're gonna see something different here, and I think Debicki is great. John David Washington, fucking brilliant. Robert Pattinson, fucking brilliant. Branagh, good, like really good, but it didn't quite give me the gut punch that other Nolan films have. So mildly disappointed, and we'll kind of get into the specifics. Mildly disappointed, but bearing in mind how much I was looking forward to it. So there you go. What do you guys think?
Becky?
I mean, I definitely agree with you about the sound levels complaint. It feels like certain bits at the beginning are quite pivotal, and it's impossible to hear them. I don't know whether it was because the sound levels are different over the IMAX sort of system or anything like that.
No, it's just Nolan's terrible.
It's Nolan.
No, it's not.
He wants to be Michael Mann in terms of everything, and with the sound mix, Michael Mann likes to go crazy because he's a bit deaf.
Yeah.
So Nolan does the same, but he's not deaf, he's just inane.
That's a bit harsh.
Okay, but with the sound mixes, the 5.1s he's doing, and now this Atmos, he just doesn't get dialogue first.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I get, like you were saying, it's disorientating for the characters in it, and they will be struggling to hear each other at a train line when the train's going past, and maybe that's supposed to kind of be, you're supposed to feel that too, but when they're actually having conversations, it feels like probably some priority should be given to the audience being able to hear them. But yeah, I mean, I sort of really loved the ending of it. Once you get that kind of that knowledge of a bit more of an explanation on how the inversion thing works in the machine, and you see them going in and coming out and blah blah blah, and then you get to kind of see it in action, and them essentially backtracking on their own timeline through what you've already seen. I thought that was really well done, and it was obviously the bit where they are at the the safe place at the airport.
Oh, the free part.
Yeah, and obviously he gets blown in under the door, and then essentially is fighting himself. That's really well done. The way that I sort of approach Nolan's films, especially on a first watch, is to just kind of, if I feel like if you try and keep a firm grasp on every single element of the storyline on your first watch, you just kind of end up confusing yourself. And if you just kind of let them wash over you and enjoy them for what they are, I think you're taken along for the ride. It's
you build it up as you watch.
Yeah. If you're trying to understand in that first bit when he's fighting himself, but you don't know it's him, what the fuck's going on, you've already pissed yourself off. So by the time the explanation comes around and he blows in under the door and fights himself, you're already in a kind of funk with it. If that makes sense. Robert Pattinson was really fucking good in this. And John David Washington, obviously, he just is. So that wasn't a surprise. But I haven't seen our Pattinson in stuff for a while, so it was good to see him. Elizabeth Debicki's really tall. That bit where he goes to give her a hug in the restaurant, when the thugs turn up and she has to like bend down to hug him. Loved that bit. Made me laugh. Little chuckle to myself in my seat under my mask. It was great. So yeah, really enjoyed it. We're going again tomorrow, aren't we, to see it again?
Yeah, we're going again tomorrow. I think I'm probably the highest on it out of a lot of us, I think.
Yeah.
You didn't give a fuck that you couldn't hear anything. You were just like,
yeah, it was shit.
He's got shit hearing anyway.
Things are happening.
I can see why it would bother people. It didn't bother me. It didn't really bother me, to be honest.
It only really bothered me in a couple of scenes. Like, it wasn't all the way through.
The one scene that I noticed it most was the train carry scene, yeah, and I was a bit like, all right, can't hear this, but fair enough.
Maybe I'm not meant to.
Maybe I'm not meant to, yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to trust Nolan.
Yeah, basically that was it. I very much enjoyed the fact that it's. I think if you're going into it expecting the sheen, etc., of something like Inception, I think you maybe you're going into it at the wrong angle there a little bit. It's a very different movie to that in terms of how it's tonally, etc., and how it's wanting to depict itself. It's certainly very different. Whether or not that is partially because you've got different. Scores are a very big thing in Nolan movies, and you've got him working with a different composer for the first time. Again, the score I think is fantastic. In there, it's really fucking interesting use of musicians. It's a really strong score, and also you've got a different cinematographer to what you had with Inception, and so there's that bit there. It's a lot lighter than some Nolan movies. A lot of Nolan movies are set. You've got some that are set very much in light, and then you've got some that are set in a lot darker spaces.
Insomnia is very light.
Insomnia is very light, yes. And also Memento is is a lot of that is set during the daytime. So it was a lot lighter. John David Washington is a fucking movie star and an absolute charisma machine, but it's a different type of charisma than Denzel has. His assuredness, I find, just compelling to watch.
Yeah, he's got a very, very good screen presence.
Pattinson's gentle shift from the initial Pattinson that we get.
Yeah.
To then once he becomes part of the soldier team, he becomes almost a different character and almost becomes himself there. It was fascinating to watch, and he is so fucking good in this.
Yeah.
He's delivered probably the two best supporting performances I've seen in the past 5 or 6 years with this and Lost City of Z.
He's great in that.
Which, I like the fact that Debicki gets plenty to do.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that that Nolan isn't afraid to grab an actor, use them for 2 scenes, and then just fuck them off. They're not come back. And that's it. This film has a forward trajectory. It doesn't stop anywhere.
No.
It's constantly going forward. And it's
forward trajectory. I think you'll find it's also got a backwards one.
It does, yeah. And it has that.
But it goes backwards in a forwardsy kind of way.
It's always moving. We don't stop anywhere.
No. There's no slack, is there?
No, it keeps just going. Like you say, the Anthony Johnson's cropping up, and then you're thinking, right, what's his thing? He's got to have more to him than that. Nope, don't, just that. Why not? Want to work with Chris Nolan? There you go.
I liked Michael Caine mocking John David Washington too.
I also liked, can you put this in a bag for me? Absolutely not.
Yeah, but
indignant.
He just has a great charisma. To that, even the scene in the restaurant with Debicki where the hoods sit down and he's just sort of sat there going, I know I can take all you guys. This is gonna be fine for me.
Yeah.
Was brilliant. I think I was worried about Bran. I thought he might be a little bit too Brannery, but he wasn't.
He was close at times.
He was a right level of Brannerness.
I liked how chill he was, like just absolutely self-assured.
Yeah, just kept checking his BPM.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like at one, like about halfway through, I literally turned to Donna and just said, "Is he fucking checking his Fitbit?" And she was like, "Yeah, he is."
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense with the plot, but it was just such a funny moment. And that line that there's a couple of lines of Branner's. My pulse never goes above 130 beats per minute. I don't know. Nobody's ever made my pulse go above 130, even my wife.
Yeah.
And it was like, but also, I'm going to try and do this.
Go on.
I'm going to slit your throat and then cut your balls off and shove them down your throat.
I'm going to slit your throat, not sideways.
Not sideways. You've never seen something as satisfying as seeing a man choke on his choking on his own balls, trying to pull them out. That is a fucking amazing line, and the fact that John David Washington has literally sat down for dinner about 20 seconds before he's fucking said that line. No, it's not in that scene, is it?
It is that scene.
Yeah, it's that scene.
Oh no, it is that scene.
Yeah, it's 100% that scene.
Fucking.
That's the point.
amazing.
He barely gets to say hi to him before he no, I will kill you.
No, I mean, it was like, have you been sleeping with my wife? Not yet. I'm going to kill you and chop your balls up. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah, it's a great response to that line as well, though. The have you slept with my wife? Not yet. And it's like he's just playing with him.
Because time, do you get it?
no.
Because it hasn't happened yet, but maybe it already has happened in another version of things, in the inversion of things.
Maybe.
I don't see how it could be logistically possible to have sex with Elizabeth Debicki.
A ladder.
I think you'd feel a bit like
It'd be awkward because you're on your knees praying because she's a god as well.
Yeah, cool. There was a scene where she was on that boat towards the end, and there was a shot of her legs, and I just thought, like, her legs are literally 5 feet tall. Right.
I bet her legs are nearly as tall as the whole of me.
I bet it's not far off, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll continue. The last exchange between John David Washington and Arpats broke me a little bit.
Yeah, that had quite a big impact on me.
It did. It broke me a little bit. Them basically not being able to tell each other that they both fucking know that he doesn't come back, but both knowing that he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
It kind of broke me a little bit. It hit me hard for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, but they had a good life together, man. You know.
But that was part of it. The fact that he's going, that, and it's like, I know you can't tell each other that he's gonna die, and you can't say goodbye. You can't acknowledge it. But fucking hell.
He's giving him like a bro hug.
Yeah, it was. I'm very much looking forward to it, to see it again. The more I talk about it, the more it fucking goes up in my estimations. I think it was absolutely fantastic.
The initial kind of rush of it will have gone, so that I'll be able to concentrate on it a bit more.
Yeah, the bungee scene.
Yeah, it's good at that, isn't
The
it?
bungee
Fucking amazing.
Then
He must have had a plan to get away.
Yeah.
Not one I like.
Not what I like.
That was good.
He's so incredibly watchable.
I think I don't know. I mean, it might on rewatch when I'm actually kind of less letting it wash over me and more kind of being analytical of it. It might be, oh yeah, no, I can see why that was a bit confusing. But people saying that it's like the least accessible of Nolan's movies and the most kind of sort of twisty and confusing. I just didn't get that from it really.
No.
It's you go through a thing and then you're going backwards in time and then you go back through the thing and you're going forwards through time. It's not that confusing.
No.
But anyway, maybe that's me oversimplifying it, and tomorrow I'll come out and go, actually, no, what the fuck? I don't get it. What happened there? But yeah, no, I really liked it. I'm very much looking forward to a second watch.
And it's the only thing that's going to be on throughout September, so we might watch it loads.
Yeah. Oh, and it was so nice to be in like a screening with more than like one other person. Like just seeing people like back in the cinema, and I know obviously you don't want to be sat too close to them, but seeing other people out there kind of, I know Cineworld are a big, massive fucking chain and everything, but they still need to get money in to stay open. And if cinemas close, we don't get this anymore. But it was nice to see people there.
Yes. So go on, guys. What other thoughts have you got? I
I don't know. I mean, I agree with pretty much everything you guys are saying there, and I love the enthusiasm. I wish I kind of had more of it. I think if the film had left me on a high, like if the action sequence I wasn't that bothered about was earlier in the film, and frankly, if it ended with like something like the fucking car sequence, I think I would have been higher on it.
Yeah, that was a strange place to put that.
Yeah, because it's properly fucking tense, that, like where the like they're trying to line up the cars to get her in the other car, and then he just jumps in her car, and like that was brilliant. And the way that like as soon as he like pumped the brakes and whatnot, like all the sound just stopped. That was fantastic. But it's I mean, God, it's unfortunately for some, it is a film to see on the biggest fucking screen that you can. It is. I mean, God, is it like if you have anxiety? But the thing is, I think if you have anxiety about going out to the cinema, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily a film where you'll be like, it'll be ruined for you if you do see it on TV. I think it's probably important
with
to put that
subtitles
out
on.
there. Yeah. Yes, with subtitles on, with the iTunes audio mix, which for some reason seems to be a hell of a lot clearer than the 4K disc audio mixes.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, definitely not shit. Like, absolutely, definitely not shit. And that bungee bit, Mark, yes, I would do that.
What?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'd be more inclined to do that than a normal bungee.
I'd do that just to be like, I mean, if this goes wrong, this is gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, what if it rips out, the front of your whole body, or if it breaks your spine halfway through and you're dangling there?
I'd be fine with that. It's fine. Worth the experience,
All
isn't it?
right.
I mean, the world's going to shit anyway. If I'm going to die, I'd like the cause of death on my death certificate to be ran up a building.
Death through Tenet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just realise that prospect, he didn't stick the landing.
Cause of death wanted to be Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I forgot how pretty Robert Pattinson is as well.
I do.
There's a bit in it where he smiles and it's just like, what the fuck? When did that happen? This like mature,
while ago.
pretty face. I know, but I don't know. Mentally, I think my brain always throws up a picture of him in Twilight with that awful grey makeup and the red lipstick situation that he had throughout. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, gross. But he's actually very pretty.
Yes, he's a very pretty man.
So that helps.
Yeah. He's fantastic. Yeah, a very big, definitely not shit.
Yeah, definitely not shit from me.
Andrew?
Shit.
Okay. Wow.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. No, I hated most of the first. Well, I enjoyed the first 20 minutes. And then when I knew where it was going, I just started to fade off until something interesting happened, and nothing interesting happened, so I just got kind of pissed off with watching it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, considering Nolan made a war film last time, I'm surprised that the third act's war film is so incomprehensibly done and also dull. And I just wanted something big, or at least emotionally interesting. But when it tries to be emotional with the Debicki and Branagh stuff, I don't feel it. But John David Washington is fucking amazing. I'll give him that.
I really like the Debicki Branagh stuff. Like, I was more into that than I was the Call of Duty stuff. And I'm sounding properly fucking derogatory saying it's like Call of Duty, but literally,
oh, it absolutely is.
It is like a mission from Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or something like that. It's
been 25 minutes, 23 seconds. Yeah, shit.
Did you time that?
Of course.
Spoiler embargo.
Okay, spoilers over.
Wait, our audience poll. Definitely not shit, 50%. Touching cloth, 10%. Shit, 30%. And Geostorm, 10%.
That's fucking all over the place, that. What? All right.
10% Geostormed it. Yeah, that makes no sense.
I actually could see why people would have a geostorm with that.
It's chaotic.
I find it chaotic.
The pace was chaotic.
Again, I didn't find it. But I always think that there's certain points where I think if a movie has got you, then it has to lose you. If it never gets you, and it gets to a point where it's just not got you, or it effectively it has lost you.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I think it got me very early on, and it never lost me. So I agree with what Ian was saying in the sense that the last set piece, the last battle,
the finale,
it is the weakest of the three that are there. But I didn't care about that point because I was enjoying the story. The story got me by that point.
Yeah, it's not about all the shit that's going on around. It's about it's leading up to the John David Washington arc bit underground, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all just fodder.
What about the Opera House?
We've already seen that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Why don't we go back to it? Why don't we just have like a nice bit there? Why wasn't that not the finale? And they changed the start of the film at the end of the film. How much cooler is that?
Well, that's
hey Nolan, I'm here to rewrite your films for you.
That's quite interesting you mentioned that, Andrew, because I made a prediction before this movie. My Tenet prediction that I noted down on my notes was the beginning of the film will also be the end. It's one big time loop. And when they referred to the Oslo, I thought, ooh, am I getting it right?
I actually thought you were going to be right in that it would end up in the Opera House.
Yeah, but I'm glad that it didn't. Because a world in which I am right is a terrifying world.
That is terrifying.
And 2020 is not ready for more terror.
Because there's a bit where Alice comes to stop him taking the bomb away, and then they kind of fade off into the background and just reverse themselves. And I'm like, oh, that's fun.
Also, my theory that has Nolan just made the middle part of a trilogy that he has no intention of making the first part and the third part too? I think he has, yeah. Yeah.
You like the 1980s, don't you? Of course you do. We all do. But have you ever wondered why that decade was the way it was? Have you ever wished there was somewhere you could go to get past the usual day-glow sentimentality? To try and understand 1980s pop culture in a more social, political and historical context? Because if so, it sounds to me like you're ready to go beyond the aesthetics, beyond the nostalgia. Welcome to Beyond the Neon. Beyond the Neon is the podcast that dares to pull over the Testarossa, eject the Wham cassette and take off the Wayfarers. If you're looking for retro reviews of Back to the Future, The Goonies or John Hughes movies, you will not find that here. If you're looking for top 10 lists of A-Team episodes, Nintendo games or Stranger Things references, you will not find that here. If you're looking for long boring introductions, Squarespace ads or Patreon begging, you will not find that here. Because Beyond the Neon, we do things a little differently. In each documentary-style episode, I look at one area of 1980s popular culture and break it right down. And each episode features academic insight, guest contributions and interviews, as well as clips plumbed from the depths of the 1980s cultural void. Well, YouTube, mainly YouTube, to help illustrate the wonderful, perplexing, terrifying, joyous and utterly thrilling world of 1980s pop culture. Beyond the Neon might not be as regular as other 1980s podcasts, but that's because Beyond the Neon isn't like other 1980s podcasts. Subscribe to the show today and check out all past episodes by visiting beyondtheneon.co.uk.
Have you ever wondered what so-called family films will scar your kids forever? Putting 4 and 5-year-olds in front of this movie, it's like, if they didn't know what death was before this, they're going to know it after it.
They're going to know it after it, and they're going to be freaking terrified.
And they're going to be questioning you.
Yeah.
Or do you have the slight suspicion that your loved one has a cold, dead heart?
Yeah, the Dark Knight has got like all the orphans and like, oh no, we're going to die. They did not build up those orphans at all. In my head, it's like, kill them.
Then look no further. The His Film Her Movie podcast is the show for you. It's the movie podcast that celebrates the contrasting cinematic tastes of its hosts. So join Jordan and Lauren every week on their unique journey through the land of the silver screen. So if you're looking for a few laughs, some fun film related chat, then get involved. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Right. What have you been watching? Andrew, what have you been watching?
I've been, as I said a couple of when I was on last time, I've been going through this scratch-off poster of 100 films for my family. So the other day we did one that wasn't on that, Uncle Drew.
What, the basketball film?
The basketball Pepsi production. Because I liked it when I saw it in the cinema, so we wanted something nice and fun, and that was sitting there. Because, of course I bought it, it was in 4K. I watched it and showed my parents, and they had a good time. After a kind of a slow 20 minutes at the start to just tee up all the storylines, and then it's just funny. It's just nice and funny.
If that movie is under 90 minutes, which it fucking better be.
I think it's like 95 at maximum.
1 hour 43.
Bloody hell, that flies by then.
Yeah, I'm not fucking watching that. Comedy shouldn't be more than 98 minutes long.
It's alright.
But then I followed that one up with one that actually was on there, another basketball movie. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Nice.
Which I'd never seen before because my brother owned a DVD of it and the disc went missing a decade ago.
Wow.
So it's been sitting in our collection with the special features disc in the 2-disc set, but not the movie. So I finally got around to watching it. That feels pretty good, guys. Milos Forman's a decent director. I think he should have done more movies. This was the only film he made, right? And that Jack Nicholson, I don't know. I thought he was a movie star, but you can prove me wrong.
He's
like the John David Washington of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, good film. And then Speed Racer I showed my parents yesterday because they've never seen it, and I don't know why I'd never shown them it before. That film is so fucking good.
Love me a bit of Speed Racer.
It's infuriating that no one was on board back in the day. I'm glad people are getting on it now. That film is just... And it holds up visually. That's why you shouldn't do films with photoreal effects. You should go for a style. It just continues to look wonderful and in its own element.
What's this one? Sorry, I missed what you were talking about.
Speed Racer.
Oh, the
Wachowskis.
Yeah, it is fucking great actually. Speed Racer.
I don't know how it's a 2.25 hour kids film about shorting stocks.
Yeah.
But fair play to them. They got it made and it got it in cinemas, and some people finally like it.
Bloody right.
To be fair, Star Wars did alright, and that's all about like trade disputes and shit, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, the Trade Federation, the blockades, the dead speak.
Speed Racer is a 2.5 hour kids movie about shorting stocks. It's very colourful though, which helps.
Oh yes, do love colours.
How many kids films are actually about just
really
business people ruining things?
Absolute bastards there.
Yeah.
Grown-ups. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I like Speed Racer.
I really like Speed Racer.
Excellent.
It's just
Let's do Speed Racer Minute as a podcast. Let's go into it. Let's dive deep.
God, yeah.
We have to all wear dark glasses so that we don't get like brain overload.
I think that was one of the first films I ever saw digitally as well. I made the push to see a version of it in digital after I saw the one on 35.
So you just saw like a 2K DI version of Speed Racer after watching a 35mm of it?
Yeah, because this was when digital was like this new thing, and they would tell you which one's digital ones. It was like this new technology, and see it more colours, see it cleaner. And Speed Racer was like, oh yeah, I want to see how that would look like that. Not realising, of course, that that would be the future and everything is fucked.
Fucking the greatest trick the cinema exhibition industry ever pulled was convincing people that digital was better than film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
We started on that one.
Right. 4K restoration of Mulholland Drive. I fucking watched it 20 years ago on 35mm, and now you're trying to get me to watch it in a cinema in lesser quality and fucking make me eat your shit and try to get me to call it steak. Fuck off.
Wait, what? Where are you getting this fake steak from?
A beer everyman.
Nah.
Anything else, Andrew?
No, I've limited myself after that to sitting alone and staring at the wall.
Oh,
Ian,
say that.
What have you been watching?
Fuck it. Andrew, don't say that. It's fucking horrible. I don't like the idea of you just sat staring at a wall.
It's fine.
No, it's not. Anyway.
Is it like a nicely coloured wall?
No, it's kind of bland.
Maybe get a poster.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't like where this is going. Moving on. So,
Yeah.
I watched a few things. Took Lottie to the cinema last Saturday, and we watched Sonic the Hedgehog again.
Nice.
Even though, it's out on home release and whatnot, I just thought, fuck it, let's go see Sonic the Hedgehog. I really liked Sonic the Hedgehog. I think I liked it more than the first time round, to be honest. That film's really, really fucking fun. That's all it wants to be. It just wants to be fun. It wants to entertain you, and it does. I'm really looking forward to the second one.
It
Fuck
has
it.
no reference to the games, but okay.
I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Get mad as a 30-year-old man who was disappointed.
Look, all I need is the Sega logo at the beginning, having a bit from Yakuza in it. That's all I need. Like, the fact that
for the kids.
Yakuza is in the Sega logo at the start. I'm fucking right. Seriously, slight tangent. Mark needs to get on the Yakuza games so fucking badly.
Which one?
All of them. Just do it. There's an 8th coming out this year. Like, God, if I had the time, if we were locked down and for some reason I couldn't work, I would play through all 7 of the Yakuza games before the 8th one comes out. Like, Mark, did you watch the YouTube stream I did of the game where I was doing the karaoke thing?
Yes.
It's that.
That's
It's a weird franchise.
It's fucking amazing. It's Sleeping Dogs, but with loads of different mini games and stuff. There's like a dating sim bit in it where like you're in a hostess club and like you're basically trying to crack on to a woman and you've got to like say the right things to her. So she like kind of gives you like she's talking to you and you've got to give her the right responses to increase like your rating with her. And if you get to a high enough level, then she sleeps with you and then you both just call it a day. It's fucking mental.
Does sound a bit mad, that.
It's fuck it. Those games. I mean, Yakuza Kiwami is fucking amazing. Anyway, it's so notable in Sega's history that one of the games shown in the Sega logo at the start is Yakuza, and I fucking love it. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog. I really, really, really like Jim Carrey in it. I think Ben Schwartz is charming. I like James Marsden. And it's a really breezy 90 minutes. I could see me watching it being quite a regular comfort watch, to be honest. It's just a very smiley film, and I like it.
Do you not have any problems with its anti-intellectualism?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, because like Robotnik's a fucking twat.
Yeah, but they play him out as a twat, and they play out the rural people who are just nice and don't really know much to be the heroes, despite the fact that, everyone who knows better doesn't know better is the attitude. It's like, hey, stay at home, don't go out into the world, which, turns out is what you should be doing, obviously. Because, you'll turn into some sort of monster as well if you're not careful.
What?
All the people who are smarter than you are actually dumber than you and evil.
Well, no, one person is, and he's called Dr. Robotnik.
Everyone who is proved to be some sort of higher up, better theoretically than James Marsden is proven to be somewhat of an incompetent idiot.
Well, okay, so you got Dr. Robotnik, you got that government general that gives them a gift card to Olive Garden at the end.
I'm not saying there's many characters in the bloody film, but every single one of them, it just seems to be weird. Stay at home. The whole story is don't go to the city, don't move out, stay at home, stay completely ignorant.
I mean, one's a police captain and his wife's a vet.
Pretzel lady.
But she's a vet.
Yeah. She's a doctor.
But she's a comfortable rural vet.
Anti-intellectualism, lad, though.
I feel it's very anti.
She's a doctor.
I wasn't.
She's a vet. She's a vet. She has to do a lot of schooling for that.
But they don't play it like that. They play it like, oh, we're just a couple who live in this small town, and we dream bigger, but we can't have bigger because we actually shouldn't go out in the world. That's the whole thing.
You massively overthought the Sonic the Hedgehog
Of
movie.
course I have, because I was taking my nephews to see that film. I was worried about its message. I thought it was incorrect. I have a huge dislike for it.
I mean, bless you, Andrew. I'll be honest. Lottie didn't turn to me and say, "I'm never going to go anywhere after that film."
Good. just hope it doesn't play with her in the future. In that sense.
I mean, it's about a bad guy they call Eggman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they also bully the smart person as well. Fuck that.
Well, he's a twat.
He believes in something better. He's just a bit weird.
He's slightly murderous.
I take Robotnik's side.
Is it because of his impressive mustache?
Eventually, yeah.
I also watched Cliffhanger.
Oh, you're not going to tell us about it yet. You have to wait for next week.
Oh, fucking hell. Well done. I like Cliffhanger. I like it. I liked it more when he was hanging off cliffs. But I did enjoy Leon as Mr. No Bullet Bitch. And just how fucking psychotic he is in that one scene. I enjoy John Lithgow. Very much like Sylvester Stallone. Very impressive shit he does in that film. But I kind of switched off from it the further it went in.
Yeah, it's one you kind of remember being really fun when you watched it, and then you go back to it, and the first 40 minutes are good.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
John Lithgow is playing to the hilt,
Mm.
but yeah, it kind of just
And
settles into nothing.
It's mean as well. Like the sequence at the beginning with the Michael Rooker's girlfriend falling off. That shit is so overextended. It really does add up to the no wonder he just had to fuck everything off and get out of there because of how horrific that experience must have been.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's 20 minutes too long.
Yes.
Certainly.
It's what it is. It's not that I think that the next hour is particularly bad. It's too long. It should have been a 95-minute through, and it wasn't. It was stretched out to nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's its issue. If the film had been made in 1988 rather than 1993, it would have been 95 minutes long. Which would have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even though points for the having the fight down the slippery bit and then just pummeling the guy's face into the ice, and then he's just got the massive ice burn on the side of his face. Big fan. Love it. And the last one for me, because I've been watching Nolan and whatnot, rewatch Pitch Black. So the 4K Pitch Black, which I mentioned I started watching last week. Thought that it's a really it's a fucking good transfer. And I like Pitch Black. I think it's really interesting that they kind of in the background they kind of had designs of the whole Riddick franchise thing, but this film is very much works as a standalone as well. Yeah. It's really interesting what they do with Radha Mitchell's character, the fact that she dies in the end. Spoiler alert for an over 20-year-old movie. Creature design I really like. Yeah, I mean it's just this kind of low budget kind of sci-fi thing that creates its own world really well. And I very much enjoy Pitch Black, and I really like when Vin Diesel at the end turns everything off, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And then he just starts up the engines and fires them up and just kills a fuckload of the things before they leave the planet. Good shit. Very much enjoy Pitch Black. That's it from me.
Becky, what have you been watching?
I haven't watched anything on my own.
You not?
No, I've watched a lot of Humans, the TV show.
Ah! Filth.
Fire on you. Yeah. So yeah, there's 3 seasons, and I watched the first 1.5 when it was on, and then never got through the end of it. So.
Do you know why? 'Cause it's TV.
No, because I'm bad at following.
If it had been a movie, you'd have finished it by now.
You're doing it. Anyway, so, but we did go to the cinema to see Dirty Dancing, didn't
We
we?
did indeed go to the cinema to see Dirty Dancing that stars human fucking thirst trap Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
It was fucking great seeing it.
I love that movie.
It was like, it made me all emotional again, like it did the first time I saw it. Like, I've seen it so many times at home that it kind of got to the point where it was kind of a film that I could put on in the background, but seeing it at the cinema and it just I don't know, just hit me a different way. It was great.
Fantastic, yeah. I've said previously in the podcast, I'm loving the retro screenings of going to see something. Like I said, it's very nice, great to see something that didn't have digital grading. That just looks fantastic. You're watching it going, oh yeah, this looks like a film. So yeah, it's always fantastic that. It's what I think is always that we found from these retro screenings is how fucking quick the pace seems to move in these movies.
Yeah.
Even though when you've seen them, a bunch of times, and I've seen that movie 25 times probably.
You did have an older sister.
I had an older sister, yeah. Yeah. So I got
times.
forced to watch that many, many times. And it was only as I got older that I started to watch it and go, this is fucking great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we watched that, didn't we, at the cinema? We also went to see the black and white version of Parasite, didn't we?
Yes, which is very interesting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
As a compare and contrast with the colour.
What do you prefer?
Probably, there's different kind of pros and cons to each. Probably the colour version, because I think the visual disparity between their world and then like the rich people's world is more obvious when you've got the colour. Obviously they're living in this street, there's no foliage, there's no lawns or anything like that, it's just grey and brown. And then like I said to you, that first time when he goes to their house and he buzzes in and he's on a normal street, grey road, grey walls, blah blah blah, and she buzzes him in and the garden's just this plush green lawn. I think it's a very kind of like in The Wizard of Oz where everything goes to colour, it's kind of like that visually. And so I think for that reason, probably the colour version would be my preference. But it was great seeing it again, like on the big screen. It's just so much more engaging, I think.
Well, I prefer this version of it.
Did you?
Yeah, because for some reason my brain automatically just thought it was in black and white. I think it lends itself quite well to being in black and white. I
think there's things you pick up on when you're not concentrating on the visual.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I think I maybe engaged it a little bit more. I like Parasite. I'm still a little bit baffled as to how people really fucking like it.
I really fucking liked it on rewatch. I liked it when we first watched it. I said to you when we came out, it would have been a lot higher in my top 10 if I'd rewatched it before ranking.
I like it. It's really good. I just don't get how people have seen this as being this is one of the greatest movies of the past decade. It's baffling to me. That's fair enough. And last night
we toned down the
yeah,
sophistication level last night.
We did, didn't we? Yeah, we thought we've been quite,
visual popcorn. This was.
It was.
Visual pick and mix.
Visual pick and mix.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We watched Now You See Me.
Yeah, we did.
Sweet.
Because why not?
Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's Now You See Me.
It's fun though, isn't it?
It's a good
just
reason.
Easy watching, late night fun.
Yeah.
And there's magic and shit, and it's cool.
There is magic and there is shit. Well said.
Part of it's always a delight to spend time with Millie Laurent.
Okay.
Millie Laurent.
Oh, yeah, she's good actually in this. Everyone's pretty good in it though. Jesse Eisenberg is on-brandedly sleazy.
If you're going to get somebody to play a tit, you might as well get Jesse Eisenberg.
Woody Harrelson in pretty much everything. Ruffles is good in it. Everyone's good in it. I like seeing Dave Franco. His face confuses me in like a.
I like seeing Dave Franco.
Face confuses you.
His face seems made up slightly wrong, but I can't quite point to what's wrong.
No, do you know what he is? He's somehow James Franco's appears less creepy, but is more creepy little brother. In the sense that when Franco like just fucking bats him off and is like, I don't want anything to do with you, he's very much the, oh, you poor girl. You poor girl. Do you want to come and see my collection of things that I have?
I don't think James Franco
Things that I have.
and I don't think Dave Franco poor girls people.
Dave Franco, poor girls, people. That is how he got the brie. Is he poor girled her from somebody else because Franco batted her off?
She seems eminently poor girlable.
Oh, without question,
Yeah.
she's poor girlable.
She would be like
Yeah, he is.
susceptible to that, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd have stayed with him as long though, like if he just poor girled her.
Literally, fucking Dave Franco used to go out with James. He used to come on, Dave, come out with me. You can have the girls that I don't want. And he's got, oh, brilliant, James. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll clean up after you.
It's so horrible.
Literally clean up
What
after
have you
him.
got What have you got against Dave Franco?
I like his face.
It's confusing and there's something slightly wrong, but you can't put your finger on it.
Like he was like 5'10" and somebody just went and squashed him down to
Just a bit
5'5".
squashed, yeah.
That's what happened.
But I do like him.
That's what James did when he got too tall.
Squashed him.
He made that machine
In
out
that
of his
machine,
machine,
yeah.
and then went, come here, Dave, come here, use this. It's
Well,
like, oh, it's sticky. It's like, yeah, it's cum then.
Oh my god.
Everything in James Franco's house is just covered in jizz.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Yeah. With jizz and just bodily fluids from where he's just smeared things
Do you know,
everywhere.
I think you're really talented at
What?
declassing the conversation in any given scenario.
Well, I'm gonna tell him. So
But yeah, no, see me.
that was how you see me.
Yeah. And that was it. That was all we watched.
That's all we watched, yeah. You watched a lot of TV, which is bullshit.
Shut the
TV
fuck up.
rules.
I'll hit you with this cat toy.
Don't say that.
No, it's not anymore.
Because the fucking cat keeps stealing the dog's toys.
No, it's because the dog ripped the nose off the cat's toy. So I took one of the dog's toys off him and said, no, you can't have it anymore because you ripped your little brother's toy.
That fucking poor dog.
He loves it. He's in the cat's bed right now.
Is it, yeah, until the fucking cat gets told off for something and then goes and attacks him.
He does go hit him when he gets in trouble.
Yeah. Right, questions. We have one. Rick Kidd, at Rick J. Kidd. I won't see Tenet until the weekend, so I've only got the trailers and reviews to go on, but it appears Nolan is messing about with time again, which is a recurrent theme in his films. What other directors would you like to see follow a recurrent theme, and what would be the theme?
Well, I quite like John Landis' recurring theme these days of not making a movie.
I don't think that's quite like. I mean, but I had an answer. Well, no, I had something I wanted to say that isn't actually an answer to this question, but I want to say it anyway. So.
Wait. You may say Rick's answered the question. I don't answer that, so I'm going to say this instead.
No, 'cause
You know, you can't just say that.
I'm buying myself some time, I think. So Christopher Nolan is very kind of keen on doing like practical effects and keeping it as authentic as possible.
Yes.
And Tom Cruise is very keen on doing all his own stunts and all that kind of stuff. I want to see them work together and see how far they can fucking take it.
I'd be up for that.
I reckon it'd get to like flatliners level shit. You've got to die in this, Tom. So what we're going to do is, you're just going to lay there and pretend to be dead. No, got another thought on that. I'm going to actually die.
I watched this movie called Flatliners the other day.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
You know that's the last
Shit,
20
actually.
minutes of Mission Impossible 3, right?
What's that?
That's the Mission Impossible 3. It's the last 20 minutes of that film.
It is, yeah.
Isn't that?
If I don't
He's
Tom Cruise
faked
really
it before,
die.
and now it's time
I
for him to
mean, we don't know.
finally do it.
He might have.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nobody has watched the special features for that, so he might have died.
you might have. But yeah, I'd like to watch that.
That's the question, or is that what is it? Is that your theme question?
No.
I reckon you can possibly about make that out. Ian, what's your answer?
Sylvester Stallone directing films about plucky underdogs who go through some travails in life but achieve success in the end. I just want more of that in this day and age, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a good one, though, actually. Yeah. Andrew.
It's a good question. It's quite hard to think of
It is.
particular instances.
I do have one, but it's what that filmmaker already does.
What?
Miyazaki making films with strong female protagonists set in a fantasy world where things work out in the end. I like that. I just want more of that. And more of the Totoro kind of level ones though, where there's no peril.
Oh, that's nice.
No peril movies.
I'd happily take more Martin Scorsese just dealing with Catholic guilt. A lot of.
You love a Catholic guilt movie.
I love a Catholic guilt movie. Yeah. It never leaves you.
Let's have Michael Mann make a movie about Michael Mann being obsessed with making a Michael Mann movie.
Go full meta.
Go full meta. He's making the biopic of himself. He gets obsessed with making a film about him being obsessed about making a film about him being obsessed. Written by Charlie Kaufman.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Ian, what are we covering next week?
We are covering The New Mutants, and I believe Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yes, I believe that is what we're covering.
So, very exciting.
What a weird thing to be able to say. You're going to be covering The New Mutants and the new Bill and Ted. What a world.
Yeah, it's very odd, isn't it? It's very odd.
It's a hopeful thing.
And then the week after, we got Mulan and the new Charlie Kaufman one, which I'm giving the reviews today. I think I'm going to find teeth-itchingly annoying.
Oh, I'm going to fucking hate it.
Yep. I'm kind of thinking I might be going that way as well. The way people are falling over themselves for that film is something, and I'm worried. Because people fell over themselves for Synecdoche, New York, and Anomalisa, and those films are dog shit.
Masterpieces.
Dog
Anomalisa is a terrible
gorgeous.
movie.
Anomalisa is so phenomenal. It was one of the best of the decade. I
shit.
adore everything of it.
Dog shit.
Ah, beautiful.
Dog shit.
Tragic.
Dog shit.
Art.
Beautiful, tragic, dog shit.
Wankery of the highest order. Can I just point out a film that came out and nobody has spoken about it at all? Like, at all. Is the one and only Ivan.
Oh, yeah, that came out.
It is available to watch for free on Disney Plus, and nobody has spoken about it.
That's a fair point.
I guarantee the metrics for this is no one's watched it yet.
What's it even about?
Gorilla?
It's about gorilla. It's a movie about a gorilla that is voiced by Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
And Ian, have you watched it yet?
No.
And you have a child.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Nobody gives it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, but is Lottie like super into Bryan Cranston at this point in her
No,
life?
but she is like super into animals, so yeah, like it does feel like one I should probably sit her down in front of at some point.
Or you could just watch Robin Hood on there instead and just.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like having boners in front of my kids.
Oh, I got the fucking Robin Hood Disney song stuck in my head the other day, and I was just like walking around humming it all fucking day.
It's great, isn't it? Shaka Khan plays a chicken in that movie. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Thank you.
That other thing with the weird faces in it as well, isn't she? Angelina Jolie.
That could be anyone with you.
Yeah, it could, yeah. No, because if it was like Saoirse Ronan, it would have been that one with the cold dead eyes.
Usually that'd be Eternal, but it's not with her. So yeah, we have movies next week.
She looks sexless. She looks just like a robot because of her cold dead eyes.
I mean, it's doing it for me.
Nice.
Each to their own. You might enjoy Humans.
Well, that was episode 360. We've got lost 100 episodes.
Wow.
200 and 360.
Yep. Fucking hell, that's pretty Patel math, that. That was Tenet episode, everybody. I promise you, next time I do a podcast where I'm hosting, I'll try and make it a little bit less all over the place.
I mean, that was messy.
Fucking Christ.
Thank you very much for joining us, Jordan. Thank you very much for joining us, Andrew.
I'm happy to be here. Can't wait to talk.
Thank you very much, Ian, and thank you very much, Rebecca.
Aye.
We shall speak to you next week. Patreon, patreon.com/filmbastards. There's shitloads of Nolan stuff on there. And there's shitloads of other stuff. Ian will be restarting his Ian's Guide to Bondage, I think.
As long as you fuckers pay for it.
Yeah. And yeah, we are a Pod Syndicate podcast. Listen to their podcast on Gumby. Anything else I missed?
I don't think so.
Cool. We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.